Hey guys, hi, how are you all doing? I managed to fix my camera, as you can see, so that's all good. I can get back to doing some videos for you. First of all, I wanted to start by saying thank you to the people that responded to my last video, which was basically asking about taking metformin and the pill at the same time. So that was over on my PCOS videos. So thank you to those of you that responded. I've decided that I'm going to go back to my GP and I'm going to suggest going back onto both, going on to metformin and the pill at the same time. But anyway, that's a whole other vlog, so I'll talk about that next time. So it is now nearly 10:30 at night. Baby's in bed upstairs. My husband's out for the evening, so I am home alone. And I just wanted to take this chance to have a little chat to you about how the baby's getting on now, what she's up to, what I'm up to with her. And first of all, she turned 10 months old yesterday. 10 months already. It's crazy. And the amount she's changed in that time is just quite frightening, really. And it's definitely true what they say, that they don't stay babies for long because she's just growing up so quickly. And it makes me sad to think that she's growing up. I don't know. But it's lovely. All the milestones and everything is really cool. So first of all, I thought I'd tell you a bit about teething. Now, I got so much advice about, oh, when the teething, should do this, should buy that. And her first two teeth came through a few months ago, her first bottom ones, and it wasn't too bad really. I don't know, she didn't really seem to bother that much about it. And I just gave her the usual, the Bonjela, the teething powders. And they seemed to take quite a while to come through as well, which is probably why it didn't bother her too much. But a couple of days ago, I noticed that she was really clingy, and she just wasn't herself at all, really. And she was struggling to go down for a nap. It took ages to get her to have a nap. And it was only then that I noticed that her two top middle teeth were coming through, and it looked really painful. I felt so sorry for her. So she seems to really be struggling with these two teeth. It's such a shame. She's really clingy. She'll go to sleep and she'll give out a little whimper in her sleep. It's so heartbreaking. I really wish I could take the pain away. And they're coming through really, really quickly as well. So yeah, that's what's going on at the moment. I do feel sorry for her. She's really hot. What can you do? I'm just glad that she won't remember it. So yeah, she'll have 4 teeth, bless, when these come through. And she's really keen to chew things as well, like food. So she's really good with her food, and she's constantly trying to chew it. And I'm thinking, you can't, because there's only the 2 bottom ones. It's such a shame. So yeah, only those 4 teeth at the moment. I'm hoping that she's not in too much pain for a long time with it, because it's a shame. What can you do? So that's her teeth. In terms of her development, she will not crawl. She is not a crawler at all. She's just still exactly the same. She hasn't got the patience. She'll shuffle around on her belly, but she just constantly wants to stand. She just, forget this crawling, I'm way past it, I just want to stand up. So she's She's trying to climb up furniture. She's trying to climb up me. She constantly wants me to, she likes me to pull her up by her hands and hold her. Oh, she's just really proud with herself when she does that. It's so funny. I'll have to try and get some footage of it actually. I don't think I've got anything on video, but I shall get some footage because it is really cute. So she's really wobbly. She's not, you know, she's not taking steps or anything, but she just wants to stand. So yeah, she's kind of still babbling as well, so it's all the mama, baba, nana, dada, but she's kind of picking up on things like, she says yeah, so I said to her, was that nice? And she said yeah, and I don't know if it's just, you know, coincidence, but it seems a bit too good to be coincidence, so I don't know, maybe she's starting to pick up on things. She has started to say, instead of hello, I always say hiya, hiya, and she said it a few times now, really distinctively. Like I wrote about it on my blog a couple of weeks ago, that she'd been to my mum's, and when she came back and I was saying hello, and she said hiya. I think, did she say hiya or bye? I think she said hiya. I can't remember, but I have wrote about it. So she's picking up on those, you know, basic things, basic words. So that's fun, because you get to hear what a voice, a little cute voice is going to be like. It's really funny. So I've just got a really terrible, look at this, terrible list of things that I wanted to mention. Another thing is I go back to work on Monday, which is not good. Not good. I've been off work for, my God, it must be around 18 months. I'm really lucky because I've had really understanding employers, but my maternity leave comes to an, well, it's actually come to an end. I'm currently on holidays. So I finished maternity and took 2 weeks holiday. So that has come to an end. I'm back in work on Monday for 2.5 days a week, which I can't complain about. But the thing that I'm not really happy about is the fact that Eden has to go into nursery. And I've been avoiding thinking about it, and I haven't wrote anything on my blog about it because I'm just feel so guilty and I just don't want to leave her. And me and her are so close. I mean, she's just so comfortable with me, and it's partly me because I feel like as a mother you feel like no one else can do a job as good as you with your child. On the plus side, I know that it'll be good for development, and she'll be mixing with other babies and children, but I still feel really uncomfortable with it. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have a choice. I have to go back to work, partly for my own sanity. I don't mean that. Well, I do, but I don't. No, but I have to go back to work. There's no choice in the matter. So that's a bit frustrating because I feel like the choice has been taken away from me. But having said that, I have had 10 months with my daughter, which is a lot more than a lot of mothers get the opportunity to have. So I feel really lucky for that and really thankful for that. And at least I don't have to go back and work full time. So she's been into the nursery. I had trouble really finding a place because the waiting list was just ridiculous. It was like, my God, some of them it was like a 2-year wait. I was so naive. I just had no idea it was like that. And then I went looking around one and it wasn't really suitable. But this place seemed really good. It's been established for a long time, but they've actually rebuilt the nursery. It's got all new facilities, and they're just starting to build up the numbers of the children. So I got a really good vibe. From it. The manageress was really positive. Eden seemed really comfortable when we took her around, and there's quite a few babies around a similar age as well, which is good. And yeah, I'm hoping it works out pretty well. It should do, I hope so anyway. So knowing how clingy Eden is, I decided to take her for a few like kind of warm-up sessions. And the first one, she was tired, it didn't go too well. She was really tearful and just did not want to entertain anyone. But then last week we went in twice and I stayed with her, and she played and she just mingled with the other babies, and that was pretty good. So fingers crossed, I'm hoping that she enjoys it and doesn't fret for me too much. The only issue really that I think she'll have is with the sleep, with the napping. At the moment, getting her to sleep is a bit of a struggle. She's just one of those babies that just fights sleep. She just she is hard work when it comes to sleep. She would much rather stay awake. But who can blame her? It must be really exciting being a baby and seeing all these new things every day. So that's a struggle for me. So I reckon it's going to be a struggle for the staff. So I kind of briefed them on it. I'm going to write some notes and pass them to them, so they know how to handle her. So hopefully that will settle down. Talking about sleep, we've had a lot of difficulty really with Eden's sleep. I was really happy when she was first born. For the first few months she slept really well. She slept through all night, fantastic. And then when she hit 4 or 5 months, that kind of dwindled and she started waking up through the night, and the separation from me has kind of built up the anxiety, if that makes sense. And now she's using me as a sleep aid, which I know is a really, really, really bad thing. She struggles to get to sleep unless I'm with her, and she wants to touch me. She wants to touch my face all the time, and I know that's a really, really difficult thing to break, which we haven't really attempted to break yet. We did try some sleep techniques a couple of months ago, and it just stressed the baby out so much. It stressed me out. It wasn't working. So in the end, we kind of gave in. So for now, at the moment, she goes to bed pretty well. It's kind of 50-50 really, because sometimes she'll go to sleep in a cot, no problem. And then she can sleep sometimes until about midnight, but then she wakes up and she can't get back to sleep. And even if one of us are with her, she can't get back to sleep. And the only way she'll go back to sleep is if we lie with her, which is just a nightmare really. So what we're having to do a lot of the time is just bring her into our bed, which is something I did not want to do. But you know, you've got to be accommodating really.